Hi, welcome to the Shout About
Welcome
Podcast.
To the show.
I'm Cooper.
I'm Mel.
And this is a podcast where we just kind of go, we just kind of complain about being in college and then sometimes get angry about
movies that we don't like, that don't personally, cater to us.
Like the Fantastic Beasts Crimes of Grindelwald trailer that just dropped.
Did it just drop?
It just dropped today.
Wow.
Looks like hot garbage.
I'm not surprised. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing it yet, but I'm sure that I'll thoroughly enjoy it.
Looks like a thrilling adventure with Newt Scamander.
Our good friend, Newt.
Our favorite comedic relief, Jacob.
He's back. The boy's back in a move that surprises no one.
He's back and not as funny, I'm guessing.
Probably not.
Not even as funny. He's probably still the same amount of funny, which is not.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how they either restore his memories or we just get to watch him as they're like, yeah, we just met.
I feel like that was a thing though at the end where he like recognized.
Yeah, but like that's stupid. You can't just establish the rules of the world, then break them like that just for your characters to be able to maybe one day in a future movie see each other again.
Yeah, Warner Brothers, you and your infinite monies.
Yeah, stop it.
Come on. See,
find better plot points.
This movie's gonna make a bunch of money.
Oh, 100%.
Who are we to?
Yeah, we can yell all we want. There's I'm still probably gonna buy a movie ticket and see it.
We're gonna see it.
We're gonna see it. Yeah,
we're still gonna give them money. So what are we actually complaining about here?
The fact that we're still going to give them money and still be this angry,
there's
next
the whole
year
like vote
or whenever.
With your wallets thing.
Yeah,
where
I'm like in favor of that, but also I'm one person, and my mom's probably gonna buy the ticket for me. So
I'm also the type of person who buys a ticket to Suicide Squad knowing it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Just so I can watch it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did that with Justice League too. I knew Justice League was going to be bad.
Still bought a ticket, yeah, and yeah.
Just so I can confirm that it was bad and be a part of that awesome discussion about Justice. See, there wasn't like as much of a discussion on Justice League.
No, people just were kind of like, about it. Like everybody I talked to was like, it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, but it still wasn't good. That was kind of the consensus that I sort of picked up on. There was
a whole war over Batman v Superman.
Oh, yeah.
There were, sides, fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there were flame wars happening.
Like, a literal battle. Like, people were pulling out swords and trebuchets.
But with Justice League,
forming phalanxes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then there were some fanboys who were like, we need the Snyder Cut. That doesn't exist.
Oh, good.
See, my favorite thing was the Superman no mustache meme.
Oh, yeah.
So do you know about that?
I don't actually.
Where so they were doing reshoots, and Henry Cavill was doing the new Mission Impossible movie. In that, he has a very prominent mustache.
Gotcha. I see where this is going.
And Paramount, I think it was Paramount, they refused to have Henry Cavill shave his mustache, so Warner Brothers had to CG out.
I hate this.
Henry Cavill's mustache.
This is the worst story you've ever told.
It is absolutely magical.
We've told lots of stories here on this podcast. We've discussed lots of movies, had a good time. This is the worst story you've ever told me that I've ever had to listen to. This is awful.
It is absolutely horrific. The look at this shit.
I hate. Oh.
I'm gonna put it up on screen because it is.
That is very bad.
It is horrifying.
That's not what a human face looks like.
And that's like this is the first shot of the movie. Oh yeah.
That's so bad.
It is. Oh.
Guys, it's not that big of a deal.
It's very funny. It's so disorienting because it's like he's like smiling like this.
Yeah, like from me to movie professionals, it's not that big of a deal. No, just shave the mustache.
No, it was 100% Paramount being petty.
Right.
That's what was so funny about it.
Like,
and it costed millions of dollars to remove.
Yeah. It's not that big of a deal, guys.
It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious because that's what this movie's gonna be remembered for.
Well, yeah, but it's just that's so upsetting.
That image.
I hate
upsetting.
that exists.
It's haunted. It's a haunted image.
That's the most cursed image I've ever seen.
It's something magical. I truly believe.
It's something.
So Mel.
So Cooper.
We didn't have a podcast last week.
We didn't. A fact that it was. Yeah. It was
because so the story goes that
I
get a message from Mel. They're like, I'm gonna be late for the podcast, and I go, oh, hey Mel, sorry to tell you, I'm in Detroit.
Yeah, I was like I was being inducted into this thing, and I didn't have my phone on me because I didn't have any pockets because I was wearing like fancy clothes, and I was like, fancy pants, yeah, and I forgot. I was like, dang it, I forgot to text Cooper that. I'm not going to be there for until a little bit after like 6 or whatever. Man, I hope it's not 6 yet. And then I finally, like, it ended and I got my phone and I texted him. And then I got back, hey Mel, I'm in Detroit.
Sorry. And I
was over here like, oh man, I feel so bad for not letting Cooper know that I'm not going to be there.
And I'm sitting here like, man, I forgot to tell Mel I'm going to New York City and I'm currently in Detroit.
Yeah. So
at the Detroit airport. It was
so I think this has been an exercise in our communication abilities.
Our ability to say, "Hey, I'm gonna be
busy, out,
gone,
late."
But what's nice is that we both thought like 6 o'clock.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was especially
at least we were
me.
Consistent.
Yes. What was weird for me is I was already in the Eastern time zone.
Oh, so it was probably
So like 6 o'clock was coming around. I'm like, well, 7 o'clock was coming around.
You're like, oh shoot.
And I'm like, oh wait.
Uh-oh.
It was something.
Yeah. It was wild.
Well, New York was fun.
Yeah.
I was in the greatest city in the world.
In the greatest city in the world.
Work. Angelica.
And Peggy. The Schuyler sisters.
Angelica.
Work.
But no, I was in the Marriott Marquis.
Oh, yeah?
Which is right next to the Richard Rodgers Theater.
Nice.
So I was right next to Hamilton. I didn't get Hamilton tickets because those are
money.
Hard to get and expensive.
Yeah.
Like the day of tickets for Hamilton are like $350.
That's so much.
But I decided
to
go to an off-Broadway show. So another story of New York City. So there was a group of us that went. Some of us wanted to go see an off-Broadway show.
Yeah.
We got out of something a little late and we're like, let's go get something to eat. And we were like walking around New York City trying to find a cheaper, faster place that wasn't like a chain.
Right.
So we find this little Indian restaurant that was like supposed to be like fast Indian food. Not a great idea.
Yeah.
Day later, it was not. No, it was not. But
man.
So we wolfed down Indian food because we had to get going.
Yeah.
Then we went to the Red Steps in Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually under that. There's a place called TKTS, and that's how you get cheap Broadway tickets.
Nice.
So we went there and we got tickets for an off-Broadway show. Cost about $50 for a ticket, and that's
comparatively to $350.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So then we're thinking, show starts at 8. It's 7:49, and it's like we're on, I'd say 47th, and we have to get down to 42nd, and that's in New York. That's like a
day's trek.
Yes, a day's trek. So we literally book it to an off-Broadway theater. Mm-hmm. Some of our group members were in heels.
Ooh, that's rough.
I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
For doing that.
Yeah.
And we get there, and they're like, it's like 8:03. We're like, oh my god, we're late. And they're like, oh, show starts in 10 minutes.
Oh man.
But now we have the story that we booked it
to
off-Broadway show. It was actually a really good show. It was The Marvelous Wonderettes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know about it?
Is it... I may be thinking of a different thing, but my cousin is... she's in graduate school. She's studying opera, and she was in a show, like a musical that was called The Wonderettes. I'm not sure if
I think that's
probably the same thing.
Probably it.
Yeah,
it was a really funny show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It was a really good, funny show. It was actually a really small theater, like 99 max capacity.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that is small.
No, but it was actually a really intimate, nice show. They got interactive with the audience. They always find like an older gentleman to bring on stage to play their teacher.
Yeah.
And they talked about, like, after the show, how he was the best guy they brought on in a really long time. Because apparently he's a guy that goes to a lot of shows, and he loves that, and he feeds off of being on stage. So
that's
we're
awesome.
All like, I'm out of frame. But, like, and he feeds off that. And I talked to the dude afterward and his wife, and his wife is like, oh, he loves this. He lives for this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that was awesome. It was a really nice show.
Yeah.
We almost went to Avenue Q, but nobody else was into the whole everyone's a little bit racist sometimes.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we go around committing hate crimes. No, not
everybody was about that.
But I told him it was from Robert Lopez, who did the music for Frozen, and they're like, can we just see this Wonderettes show? I'm like, okay.
Okay, fine.
And then I
suppose
it was still a great show.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Good old time.
You'll never guess though. What I finally saw.
I'll never guess it. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery, and that's the end of my story. No, I finally saw Black Panther.
Thank God, Mel. Jesus Christ. So did you ever? So did it hit you when the really really bad?
Nope. Yep. It hit me.
What are those?
What are those? I still laughed. I still laughed.
I laughed and then I went, oh.
No, yeah, that was my exact response. I was like, oh, that's cute and funny. Woof.
Woof.
Woof. I still enjoyed it though.
Oh, it's a
like
a really awesome movie.
Oh yeah, it was a great movie. Yeah.
And
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Black Panther review done.
No, waited 3 weeks for this, folks.
No, but I honest to God believe that Killmonger's probably the best villain they've had in a while, and I'm not alone in that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. One of my professors said that he didn't think that Dave, yep, it's Dave. Let's not beat around the bush. It's Dave. It's Dave. But he said that he thought that T'Challa wasn't badass enough, and I was like, Bud. I literally disagree with him on every single thing, like comic book movie related.
I think Dave's just trying to get under your skin.
No, because this was before I saw the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I was like, oh sure, I'll keep that in mind when I go see it.
I thought he was plenty badass.
Yeah, same. I was like,
I was like,
yeah, I was like, Bud, that wouldn't have fit his character. Like that's not the point of the movie, but okay, it's all about fighting.
I mean, a decent amount of time without fighting. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It kind of slowed down, though,
yeah,
but it was still...
Which is fine. Like, I honestly think that fighting movies is fine, but for me it has to have purpose. Yes. Like in a lot of movies, I'm just like, why are we watching this? All right, an explosion. Why?
Have you watched the most recent Transformers movies?
Nope, I haven't watched any of them because I would hate them.
Mel, okay. I actually love that first one.
Really?
That first live action one. I can quote that thing line for line. It's bad. I watched that a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, my cousins were super into it, and I was like,
it's actually still a really funny, enjoyable movie.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
But, like, the other ones are really bad. And the plots just serve the explicit purpose of getting from action sequence to action sequence and having robots fight. And I feel like the production value of these movies has gone down because the robots look faker and faker.
Probably because nobody wants to just watch action for the sake of action. Oh my God. I'm sure some people do, but they're wrong.
It's goddamn beautiful. Like, the fourth one, I still haven't seen the fifth one yet, so... Because the fourth one, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes of what did I just watch? Because literally at some point,
so long.
They crash into like a Bud Light truck, and there's a solid like minute and a half scene of Mark Wahlberg like breaking open, like popping the tab on a Bud Light and just like chugging it, and he chugs it, and then just throws it to the ground and walks away. No purpose whatsoever, other than it's Mark Wahlberg chugging a beer.
I hate that. That sounds like the opposite of what I enjoy in movies.
It's beautiful. Also, the movie ends like with 45 minutes left, but then they're like, let's go to China.
Oh, good. That's what you need in your movie is...
The movie's over. Like, they like... the plot basically wraps up, and then they're like, well, we gotta go to China now because our Chinese viewers need to...
What?
Yeah.
What?
Like, China's a huge movie market, so, like, a bunch of big movies now, like, pander to China.
Yeah.
And the Transformers movies pander really hard to China.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's...
Oh, God, it's so
I'm
painful.
sure there are better ways of doing that. I'm no expert in the making of the films.
Oh.
But I'm sure there are better ways to do that.
Oh, my God, it's so rough.
Oh, man.
It's so rough, man. It's like...
No thanks.
Literally, they solved the problem. They solved the problem with 2 hours left, and they're like, here are a couple of plot threads that you forgot about from an hour and a half ago.
Oh,
let's go to
good.
China.
Oh, good.
Because it was important. Now let's watch some robot dinosaurs do some fighting with
good.
like 15 minutes left in the movie, and it was really honestly that part was like fine, but it was like I had to go through 2.5 hours of garbage
to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I wanted those. I want that 2 hours and 45 minutes of my life back.
Yeah.
That was bad. It was, whew.
Yikes.
Whew.
Yeah. I think I'll be okay never watching a Transformers movie. I think I'll live.
You will be just fine.
Yeah. I think medically, physically, spiritually, I'll be fine.
You will be A-OK, Mel.
Sweet.
If you never watch a Transformers movie.
I agree. So
and they just keep getting longer too. It's it's oof.
Can't wait for Transformers 38, which is
They're,
3.5 days long.
Apparently, they're trying to reboot the series now because it got too convoluted and bad, and it's making less and less money. But I know there's supposed to be one more that's like a Bumblebee spinoff, and I'm hoping that one's good because it's like less convoluted. But it's gonna be super convoluted.
Yeah. Why would it be not convoluted?
Because I don't know. Like, what do these people want? Like overly complex movies if they're expecting to make $1 billion? Like,
they want to seem smart and like they're being clever, and it's like, no, you're just making things overly complicated and confusing.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
so dumb.
You don't need to shove 800,000 things into it if you've got a simple plot with a bunch of good motifs and good characters. That's all you need. I don't know.
It's so dumb.
I don't know.
Why is the highest grossing movie of all time Avatar? I just don't. It's so dumb.
The movie that everybody...
That's the material they're going for is unobtainium.
The movie...
It's so stupid.
The movie everybody enjoyed when it came out while they were in middle school, but hasn't watched since because it would be bad.
Don't watch it.
I know. We've talked about this.
I've watched it like 4 times since because other people I want to watch Avatar because I liked it the first time I saw it. I'm like, no.
Don't do that. Yeah.
It's bad. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, I liked Avatar when I first saw it. And then I watched it, I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah. I keep going back and forth because I'm like, I feel like if I watched it again, I would still enjoy it. But then I'm like, but would I really though? Like, I like having it in that place in my memory where I enjoyed it. You know, where I still think of it fondly.
I literally watched it with a friend that doesn't know how to critique movies at all and just watches them and enjoys them.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God, that was really bad. That was way worse than I remember. I'm like,
exactly.
Thank you. Hashtag confirmed. Why are we getting more of these movies? We're getting 3 more.
There's going to be 3 more? I keep forgetting that there's still a sequel in the works for that. Sequels.
Avatar.
Now I know they're sequels.
2, 3, 4, I think, maybe 5.
Wowza.
He's been working on them for 9 years now.
Listen, James. Maybe just
cool it.
Close the book on that one.
Or just do something else.
Well, yeah.
Or just stop.
Yeah. Make a different cool science fiction movie for us to enjoy now, but not in 10 years.
You haven't made a great movie since 1991. Come on.
Rip.
I like Terminator 2 and I like Aliens, but that's about it from you, James.
Yeah.
Can you just go back to that time? Because that time was awesome.
Yeah, just go. Just go. Look.
We'll
be waiting.
We'll
just
build
go.
the time machine.
Yeah.
And you just go back. The one person I want to bring back their past. There are two people. Him and old Spielberg.
Oh yeah.
Because late era Spielberg's not been doing great stuff. Reviews are coming out for Ready Player One.
Already?
They are, because it's coming out.
Oh, yeah, it's coming out soon.
Coming out in 16 days as of recording.
Yeah. What are reviews saying?
They're saying, yeah, it
exists.
It's kind of fun, I guess, if you liked the book and if you like references to stuff. It's cool.
Cool.
Like, it's not gonna blow your mind, blow your socks off, rock your socks off.
Yeah. I can't say that I'm overly excited for...
You used to be.
I used to be, but that was back when, like...
The world was good.
That was back when I had hope. No, that was back when, like... I don't even know. I just thought that I would enjoy it more because I think that was more before I read it. And I was like, the premise sounds really interesting. Like, the premise.
And then you read the book.
And then I read the book, and slowly, like, over the course of a few months, it sort of distilled into this sort of... The premise was good. I wish it had been executed differently. But I know people who love it to death, and I'm like... That's fine.
That used to be. Here's the thing. If I was 15,
I
would
my God,
be over the moon about
Same.
This book.
Yeah. If like
the movie.
Yeah. Like freshman year of high school, Mel would have loved it.
Oh yeah. And
current Mel.
I was that old when I heard that he sold the script and he was working on the script.
Oh yeah.
And even when they still like announced that Spielberg was working on it, I was like, okay. And then I was like, and then I read the book again. And I went, okay.
Okay.
And then I'm like, oh wait, it's late era Spielberg who did the BFG, which is garbage.
Never saw that.
I don't. And the Post was not great either. He was also making the Post while making Ready Player One.
Oh, that's a great sign.
It's he was making 2 movies at once.
That's always a good sign that both movies are going to be excellent.
Yeah,
wow.
But like. I loved that book when I was like 14, 15 years old. I was all about that.
Yeah. If I knew that it existed, I absolutely would have. Just, if nothing else, because there's like a good 3 pages just dedicated to like 2112. Spoiler alert.
No, yeah, they get now, like, really into 2112.
Yeah,
like,
which
is
like
a whole.
It's like a miniature little arc, which is fine. But like as somebody who is a like literal literal lifetime follower of Rush,
biggest Rush fan,
you have no idea. I was kind of underwhelmed just because I have that wealth of knowledge. But no, I just thought that there were more interesting ways to implement it than just we go find the guitar. Great.
Don't read his other book.
Armada.
He wrote another book and it has nothing to do with Ready Player One. But it's like the same like style of references and it's worse.
It gets old. Like when I was younger, I thought reference culture was so cool. Like if you're watching something, it's like, oh look at that, that's a reference to that in the background. I get it. Whoa. I'm in the know.
But now it's like. This is just cheap.
I don't know. People try to use it as a badge, you know? It's just like, look at how many things I know about this. It's like, that's great.
That's the issue with fan culture is people
right. That's why
it's a competition for how much you know now.
And it's like, why can't I just casually enjoy something and not have to remember the middle name of the main character's wife's mother-in-law's best friend's dog?
That's kind of why I stopped identifying as a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, that's why I don't identify as any sort of fan except for Rush.
Because Whovian.
Oh my gosh! Don't even talk to me about Whovians. But the only one I will actively is Rush because it doesn't.
Not many people are like, tell me about their whole catalog.
Yeah, nobody's like, can you list their entire discography and the years it came out? Which I can't anymore, but I super could in high school.
I could tell you everything about Star Wars in high school because people would always ask me stuff, and like even coming into college, people would ask me stuff, and I was like, I don't want to be associated with this anymore.
Yeah,
I don't want to be the guy who knows everything about the canon, and I never really did.
Yeah.
And I tried to read as many of the books I could, and they're all. It was a little much, and I was just like, I like movies more than I just like Star Wars.
Right.
I mean, I appreciate what Star Wars did for me to like make me like movies.
Right.
And, like, I still I hold Episode 4 in a really special place in my heart because but like. I'm not gonna be like, I hate Episode 8 because it ruins the canon. No, I love Episode 8 because it was a great piece of art that stirred conversation, and yes, it did some things wrong, but like, so what? Like,
there's no movie that's perfect, like objectively, which I haven't seen.
Hot Fuzz is perfect.
I need to see that. That's a Scotty right?
Scotty.
From the new Star Trek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Penn, that's his name.
No.
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 I can't think of
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
Sean Penn.
My brain just got focused on Scotty.
Sean Penn.
Look, you say
Scotty.
You say one thing wrong.
Trilogy. That's absolutely hilarious.
You say one thing.
I just want to recast all of Simon Pegg's roles with Sean Penn.
I'm glad that I've made this something that you have to think about now.
I gotta put my headphones on.
I did too, but you know what? At this point,
my God, that's fucking hilarious.
I'm glad my minor slip up could bring you such joy.
Just thinking of Sean Penn's stupid face. And
Captain.
Oh, God. God bless America.
Oh, man. Yeah. Whatever I was saying, never mind.
That was a great joke.
Yep.
That was a joke, right, Mel?
Yes, it was
Not
a joke.
Slip up.
It was an 100% intentional joke. I never misspeak ever.
How you said it with such confidence.
I got the S and the P, and I was like, okay, this is probably it. Whoops.
God damn. I think
that'll. Yeah, I think I'm done for the day.
We're up.
I'm gonna go work out now.
We're up every single Thursday, except for next week, because it's our spring break.
Yeah, so don't look for us then, but the following week you should.
Follow us on social media at ShoutABT.
Right here. Right here.
Right there.
Right here.
Right there.
Yep. Now it's gone. Magic.
And that's it. That's the
about
show.
Everything, yeah.
All right. Well, bye, everyone.
Bye.